created a new app here, and I'm going to start by adding some data to it. I'm going to select Add Data and see all the existing tables in my environment and select one. And right away you can see that the default template updates with that table, both the gallery and the form. I'm going to start by editing this data in the new table designer. And here I can see all the data as well as the columns. I'm going to start by adding a new column called visibility, and I'm going to make it of type choice. And we can make this simply visible internal and external. And we'll assign colors to these internal. And I can simply, once this column is created, I can simply set its values to a few of these columns. I'm just using the keyboard to do this quickly for a few things. Can also add a new row here, and maybe let's add a YouTube video. And I can select one of these. This is a lookup to another table. And let me search. There must be a YouTube video here. Yes, there is. I will save this table and close. Now, one thing you will notice is that this automatically refreshed to show the new record I have in the table, but not the form did not update to show the new column I've added. So I can simply select the form, go to Edit Fields, and go to Add Field. And I can also add the item field maybe, and the one I've created called Visibility. And they will automatically be added to the form. Now, the next thing I want to do is show how selection works here. So if you look at the form, its data source is the favorite table, but if you look at the item property, it shows that it selects the selected record, and it really gets it from the browser gallery one.selected, so gallery selected record. So we can utilize that principle to show something on top of the form. So what I'm going to do here is add another label and maybe just place it here. And in this label, I'm going to give it a value of, I'm going to type something visible to, and then I'm going to add concatenate this with browse gallery dot selected dot visibility, and this should show the value of the selected item. I'm going to make this a bit larger so everyone can see, and make it a little bigger. Now I can also conditionally format the color of this value, and the way I may want to do this is I select the color. And right now it doesn't have a color assigned, but I can make it conditional based on an if statement. So I'll start with, I'll use the starts with to look if the item comes from Microsoft Channel 9 or YouTube, and maybe color it red to let people know that this is coming from YouTube and not from an internal Microsoft channel. So I'll use the if statement here by typing if starts with, and then I'll find the gallery one dot selected item. Now I'll go selected dot, it's the item field here. Now what's interesting here when I type in the item field is that this is a lookup to another table. So item field, I need to find the field which I want to filter on. So maybe I'll find primary feed link. I think that's the one, and then I can put the colors for the true and false statements. And I'm just going to paste that in. And I think if we play this, we can see that if we click all of these internal, they go to they turn red, while this one turns to red. The final thing I want to add to this form is a searchable field, so we can search these items. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to add a text box, and maybe I'll just put it here at the bottom. And this text box, the way I'm going to use it is I'm going to filter the gallery based on the text here. Now I'm going to remove the default value here and maybe put a good placeholder here called search. And then on the gallery, if we look at the items of the gallery, we see that it's just looking up the favorites table. So what we want to do is we want to, this is always something good to look up in the docs, the filter and search functions here. It's quite a good doc to look it up. But basically what we want to do here is do a search of the favorites table. And what we want to do is search for the value in the text box. So text box one dot value, and where we want the field where we want to search. So this is basically the name field that we want to search for. So we're just going to close this, and this should do the trick automatically. So you can see that if there's nothing entered here, the gallery is smart enough to know that nothing needs to be searched. But if I search for properly filled, we see that the YouTube one is not there. But if I search for YouTube, it automatically updates it to show it.